Hey guys, this is Eric Weingartner with Weingartner Racing for another video. Hopefully I get more views because I'd like to get paid by YouTube. I'll straight up tell you. If other people won't tell you, I'm telling you. I like to get paid for just putting out videos. That'd be really cool. However, I'm just going to give you some info. This is a AFR Titan TXR intake manifold. And I don't think they even make this more. This is the composite one. I have it on my mock-up block. What I'm just trying to do is just see how it looked. These are a set of AFR 245s out of the box. What I'm trying to do is see if there's a way to improve it. So the question is, can you improve this intake? I'm fairly certain that I can. But we'll start off with a couple things. This has a clover leaf. Okay. You might say, what's the purpose of that? Well, it does make the ports more efficient as far as at low speed stuff, but at higher RPMs and more race applications, these actually hinder it. That's why in a lot of our Dominator ones, we just cut across and get rid of this stuff. There's another reason to get rid of it. And this customer, what he's going to do is he's running a nitrous plate. So what you do is you have a spray bar that goes across either this way or this way, depending on how they are. But that means these parts will be blocking the spray bar, not a good thing. So they got to go anyway. But I'm also going to be porting these runners. Now, this guy had already ran it. This is how they came from AFR. And as you could tell, even though it's plastic molded and stuff, it is not the most glamorous of intakes to begin with. I'm not doing it justice. Let me get my flashlight here so I can kind of give you some light. But it just, as you can tell, it's just not as good as you might think. So I'm going to, there you can see that casting line too for the manifold. I don't think AFR even sells these anymore. They made these into a cast aluminum one that they sell. But I'm going to improve this and you'll see what it looks like after. So usually I don't even touch plastic intakes because they look like a disaster you'll port through, but that's so thick I don't think I'll have an issue. But I have to get rid of this anyway for the nitrous stuff. So I guess we'll see if this one actually comes out better. We'll see. Well, I have finished porting the Titan AFR manifold. It's their Titan TXR. I will say it looks like I've improved quite a bit from what it is. You can tell there, much better turns down. You notice I didn't do the whole thing like going down in there. And if you notice, there's a line here in this casting, which my camera doesn't do a good job. See it there? Yeah. I'm not gonna try grinding that out because I think I'd make a hole. And honestly, so like these runner here pretty good. I'm not really happy with these outside ones here because usually on an aluminum one, I'd bring this further out this way. But if I look here on the manifold itself, there's not a lot of room. So it doesn't take much to go from, hey customer, I made your manifold way better to, oops, I ruined your manifold. Because unlike aluminum one where I could weld it up, and I'm sure there's plastic welders, I don't trust myself for this. So, or no, anyway, they could do it right, and they don't sell this anymore, so I don't really want to push it too far, because nothing like being from a hero to a zero. But I will say, it looks like it gained pretty good, much better. Zeno, if you guys go grind on this, the burrs I used to grind it were the same ones I used for aluminum, but I will say this, if you try using 40 grit cartridge rolls, it like gums up and everything gets all dusty and feels like stuff's coming off. So this is all 60 grit. It's the only grit I can keep where it's somewhat, it doesn't do weird stuff like ball up and looks like it's trying to flake off. It's much better finish this way. Still has some pieces here that kind of harder to get rid of. I'm gonna go over with some sandpaper just to kind of get rid of them some. But yeah, pretty good. So hopefully I'll make a bit more power.